The nerdy news, the nerdy news, the nerdy news, it's the nerdy news, meow.
Other news this past year basically, because it's the first episode so I can get away with it. So yeah, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, the trailer's up for that at www.arkhamhasmoved.com. Then you select your country and then it comes up. But I'll include all the links for everything in like little thingamajiggy. And for games, I think that's about it. All the main news obviously, but yeah, that's it for games. Movies recently, past year or so. In January there was the release of a trailer for the new Tekken movie, which is personally I think it looks pretty failish, but oh well. There's also been a trailer for Nightmare on Elm Street in January or February, the remake of it, which as a giant like Nightmare on Elm Street fan, I think the trailer itself, the film, both the ones I've seen, look good for Nightmare on Elm Street. They look good trailers, don't get me wrong. Just the Freddy Krueger looks and sounds not like Freddy Krueger, which is basically poo for me personally. That's a car. There's been a trailer for Predators, the remake. I'm assuming it's a remake of the Predator movie. I'm assuming it's a remake because basically the trailer is set in a jungle and looks pretty much the same as the first one did. So yeah, there's a new Predators trailer which will also be in the little thingamajiggy. The Predators looks, personally I don't think it looks as good as the normal one. Same way, I think basically with me it's basically once a movie comes out that I really like, if you try and remake it, in my eyes it can only get worse. Really can. Like Dragon Ball Evolution, Dragon Ball Z, amazing. Dragon Ball GT is meh, but still, the point being, Dragon Ball Z was boss. As a kid, was boss, now, still boss. And they made Dragon Ball Evolution, live action movie, which was a while ago. This isn't news, by the way, this is just comparing something. And it was absolutely balls. It failed so much at the box office. Failed so much with fans. Everyone hates it. I don't know one person that likes it. I don't know that many people remember it coming out, to be honest with you. I know about 2 people who went to pictures to see it. Since we're talking about films, remakes of films and epic failingness, let's get on to the grounds of the news recently this year that there's going to be a Spider-Man reboot in 2012. This means no Tobey Maguire, no Kirsten Dunst, no Sam Raimi, no... Basically everyone in the last 3 films that you've seen, erase them from your memory basically, because it's going to be completely new. And they haven't announced any actors for it yet. They've announced the director. And the director, I was on IMDb before looking up on him to talk about him in this video, to see what films he's done that I know of, or we may know of. There was about 1 or 2 films there which I've never heard of before. The only thing on there that I knew was a Green Day music video. He did the music video for Waiting. He directed that. So yeah, with superhero movies being pretty much screwed over recently, like Deadpool in Wolverine Origins being totally massacred and like having like his mouth sewed shut and having like BRCA things on his arms and stuff, being totally massacred basically. And I'm probably going to get negative comments for saying this, and I'm probably going to get a lot of thumbs down as well, but it's my opinion, so I'm sorry. I know it's a news show, not an opinion show, but still. I also don't think the Joker from The Dark Knight was pretty bad too, being the fact that I don't like the whole like type thing, like the more like crazy laughable Joker who actually makes jokes, not just like kills people with pencils. Back onto the Spider-Man reboot. Personally I think they should like get the first movie being with Peter-Gwen relationship type thing, where like he likes her and then he gets his powers obviously, and then he falls in love with Gwen and then she likes him and then they get together. The second one being that she dies, the Green Goblin kills her in the second one, and then he begins to like MJ. Then the third one, MJ and him get together or get married or whatever way you want to throw it. That's what I think should happen. What I hope doesn't happen, but I think probably will happen, is pretty much the mirror opposite of that, and they pretty much screw up everything. There's rumours. This bit is not news. Don't be getting excited. But there's or angry. There's rumour going around that the guy who plays Percy Jackson in the Percy Jackson, the Philosopher's Stone, or whatever the hell the thing's called, is rumoured to play Spider-Man in the new reboot. But I don't know. I haven't got an opinion on that because I haven't seen the film that he's in, or anything else that he's in, so I have no clue personally, but that's just rumours. This week's big nerd news, the big nerd news is, first of all, there's a news on the Captain America movie coming out, which is that it's Chris Evans, who played the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four movies, is going to play Captain America, which is kind of a bit of a mind screw up since he was the Human Torch and now he's Captain America and they're both Marvel. But yeah, and Sebastian Stan, I think that's his name, yeah that's his name, he was in Gossip Girl and some other stuff that I don't know him anyway. He's gonna play Bucky in the new Captain America movie, which was announced. This is announced and being confirmed by Marvel.com, so that's pretty much set in stone now, I think. And yeah, and if you don't know about the Captain America movie, it's because of the Iron Man movie being successful and Iron Man 2 coming out soon. There's they made plans making a Captain America movie, Thor movie, and Nick Fury movie, and they're gonna tie them all together and make an Avengers movie in I think it's 2012, 2013, so like that. They're gonna make an Avengers movie anyway, which should hopefully be good, but sadly I was hoping to have Wolverine and Spider-Man and have the new Avengers, but it won't because I know Wolverine's on by Fox. Finally, the big main news this week for me personally, which is why it's last because it's the main thing, is this news. Marvel announced just this week and released a new little teaser trailer thing, which will be in the thingamajiggy for the new Spider-Man game, which is called Shattered Dimensions, which is about 4 Spider-Men. They've announced 2 so far, and 2 that they've announced is The Amazing Spider-Man, which is the one everyone knows, Spider-Man Noir, which is the one from 1930s and looks a little like this. And there's 2 more that have not been announced, but I'll leave that a bit to later. But yeah, the games, the Spider-Man Noir bit looks a bit like Batman Arkham Asylum-ish, which is awesome, and the Amazing Spider-Man bit looks like the jungle scenes, the jungle bit levels off Wolverine Origins, which is kind of weird, but it looks awesome anyway. The villains announced for the game, well not announced, but they're in the trailer anyway. For Spider-Man Noir is Hammerhead. For the Amazing Spider-Man, there's Kraven the Hunter, and the other 2 Spider-Man, as I said, haven't been announced. So to wrap up this week's nerdy news, the nerdy question of the week for you to answer and leave in the thingamajiggy is who do you think will be the 2 Spider-Men to be revealed in the game? Personally, I think it'll be Spider-Man 2099, Dwarf in the Future, because one's in the 30s and the new other one's the present, and then so I think to do future, and then the 4th one I'm not sure on, but I would guess and say Ben Reilly and the Scarlet Spider, but again I'm not sure. So yeah, it's up to you. What do you guys think? And that's just been this week's The Nerdy News. Check out us on Blogspot, which gets up, the main news gets put up on there before it'll get done in a video for next week. So follow us on that. Subscribe. 5 star or thumbs up, whatever it is these days, favourite,